All right, y'all. Good morning. Good morning. It is, let me see, Tuesday, June 3rd, 9:21. My goodness. Excuse me. 9:21 a.m. CST. We're back at it, y'all. We are back at it. I went to sleep last night at like, shit, I don't even know. Got about like 4 hours of sleep. Um, Here we are. I've been on the charts since around 8 o'clock, so since about right here. I didn't really see anything to be honest, y'all. But yeah, I mean, I'm looking at gold. We had this imbalance fill on the hour time frame, so price may potentially come back, and we can possibly find a setup here. I didn't want to just jump in off of this imbalance fill. I wanted to see some sort of accumulation happening here, and we can see that price may break this high. If it does break this high, well, on the 1 minute time frame, we don't really take 1 minute trades, but I mean, this would potentially be the trade, either this or this, but I see liquidity sitting here, so I mean, we have our point of interest down here. We have our imbalance that's chilling right here. And if price breaks this, we'll get accumulation. Though, the only thing is, it's been bearish for a minute now, and if it breaks this, it's more than likely going to react off of this area right here, which is the opposite side imbalance, right? We have our other point of interest right here for the supply, and the supply could potentially get reacted off of, and we could potentially see this coming down into here, and we'll see what it does when it reaches this area, if it does decide to actually come back and retrace. Again, I am waiting for it to break this high. On the 5 minute, that's pretty much just this candle here, so we'll end up seeing what goes on. The only reason I'll target this area is that, I mean, we have liquidities forming right here that could potentially get hit, swept out, and then for it to potentially continue bearish. I mean, excuse me, bullish, um, to the top side. So we'll see. And I would more than likely target these highs for liquidity, as well as pretty much just all this liquidity here that's been forming with this trend line. But yeah, I mean, we'll sit down. We're just going to be patient. We're going to wait, see what goes on here, see if there's going to be a break to the top side here. And yeah, that's what I see right now for gold. Again, we had a zone yesterday, which was, I believe, here for a potential, yeah, because it was a sweep. I didn't take it because of this big old wick right here, but we can see the price did hit and had some reaction off of it, though not enough reaction to actually break this trend, right? We have lower high, we have a lower low, lower high, lower low. Price came up and never broke this trend and continued that bearish structure to the downside, right? Lower high right here, lower low, price came up, formed a new lower high, and now we're down at a lower low. So we're in the 1 hour point of interest, right? Let me actually clear that up real quick so you can see what I'm saying. All right. That little teeny arrow does not want to clear. Whatever. Whatevs. Get both of them out of here. Okay, let's see. On the hour time frame, we can see that gold pretty much has been pushing up since this area. It came down, it swept these lows right here. We did have a break at this bottom. It filled this imbalance, and I was saying it was potential that it could react off of this for another sell, but we could see it just went straight through it. So on the hour time frame, I mean, structure-wise, this is our higher low. This is our higher high that we're playing in between. So price could still potentially run bearish through this area, and we could look for some bullishness once it hits down here in this area. Though it may just react off of this and continue going up. We had pretty much high formed here, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. Let's draw the fib. Let's see. Where's the 50? We're gonna go right to the default. So it's playing right, pretty much right off the 50%. So it doesn't technically have to go lower than this. It could still potentially go to the top side from here. That's why we're gonna see what goes on here. We're gonna wait for that confirmation, and yeah, we'll see how that goes. We will see how that goes. If not, then it may continue going bearish down into, again, these areas down here. But as we can see, there was just a big imbalance that was sitting here that price came in, wicked into. So we'll see if we get some bullish movement to the top side, which it looks like we are. We don't know how far. It may go up to potentially here. It looks like there's a lot of imbalance here on the 15-minute, right? Big old imbalance before the liquidity, but we'll see. I'm again looking for a retracement to the downside for a potential buy-in again, right? Because we want to see some bullish movement, which is what we're seeing now. But yeah, this looks like it may potentially react off of, if it does, you know, some areas here, potentially this area here. But at the end of the day, I'm just going to target the lowest low, because why not, right, y'all? Why not? And if we get missed on this, it is what it is, right? We're just going to sit on our hands. And again, I don't know if y'all watched my last video, but we're ambush predators, y'all. We're not going to chase the market. We're not going to do anything. We're going to wait for the perfect setup to present itself. And I believe that this down here is going to be the better setup than both of these. You know, the better risk and everything like that. We're going to want to see a break of this, and it looks like it may respect it. But we'll see. It could just blow past us and then start coming down for a retracement. 1 minute would look like that. 5 minute though, honestly, 5 minute wouldn't look too bad. The 5 minute, this may get hit. This may stay. We'll see how it goes. We will see. With that being said, that's gold. So we're just sitting our hands on gold. Let's look at 30 real quick. Right. So 30. We'll go with the hour time frame. Actually, yeah, let's go to 4. So 30 is just kind of doing its own thing, y'all. To be honest, I think it may continue going up from here. We'll see. Just because we did get this sweep of this low for it to start being bullish, right? Man, 30 right now is just kind of ugly. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie, y'all. It looked like we were respecting this area. We broke structure to the downside. Then we broke back up to the top side for it to come down, and now really for the past like 2-3 days, it's just been going sideways, y'all. You see this? And we don't like that movement. There's no obvious movement of where it's going. It's just sticking sideways. It's just consolidating. It's barcoding right now, and we really don't like that too much. So yeah, I think I may stay away from 30 just because it's acting wild. That's what it's doing. I mean, we can see here during New York, or during the beginning of the market, price shot up right around 8:30. It wicked these highs, so it wicked yesterday's high. So it took out all the sell side liquidity that was selling. People that were selling here had their stop losses at break even. Prices moving down all overnight last night, and then boom, took them out. Then we see an immediate drop. So what I'm assuming is people again, swept. So people are selling, high selling pressure, and then we see the buys kick in here. And this sells, I think we're targeting these buys, early morning buys, right? People were buying here early morning, took them out, and then now it's going back up. But yeah, it's just stop. It's stop hunting right now. We don't really have anything in play, to be honest. Yeah. It took down the sell side. It took these guys out. It's going up. It's more than likely going to take these guys out, and then it's going to just, I don't know what it's going to do. To be honest, I don't see anything with 30 right now. So we're more than likely just going to stay away from 30 for today because it looks like shit at the end of the day. There ain't no setup here. Yeah. So that's that. So I'm going to go back to gold, and we're just going to watch gold. And I typed in 30 again. How hilarious. Alright, so it looks like we're getting that break on the 15. And I'll go to the 1 minute. This may not even get hit. We'll see. We'll see what goes on. Pretty much we got our point of interest down here. We have imbalance. We have the break of structure. So that's 3 confirmations. We have liquidity. Liquidity added up. That's 4th confirmation. And we have our Fibonacci. Let's see. We pull it from the bottom to the top. Our zone lines up with our zone here. So that's our 5th confirmation. So I am more than likely going to take this trade. I'll have my entry right at the 7.9 to be honest. TP, well, we want full TP to be these highs, though it can react off of this area here. So we'll see what happens here, but full TP at this high to take out the liquidity, right? Let me show you how that's on the 15. If it does decide to retrace here, I want it to stop, hunt stop these. I want it to come up and take out all this liquidity, potentially go up. Full TP would be up here, but I'm not going to be holding this for too long. Right, we have our imbalance right here on the 15-minute hour. It's kind of just doing its thing, but on the 15, nice imbalance right here. Let's look on the 5. Stop would be here. It'd be a 1 to 8. Let's see. Like it doesn't want to be put on the line, which is hilarious. We have about 3 points stop loss. Stop loss at this high, so that's good. We'll see if it comes down. This is now a break. And this is the 15-minute imbalance that we have here. So this could be a potential area where price could retrace from, that we got to watch out for on the lower time frames, right? But yeah, I mean, we'll see what goes on here. I'll let you guys know if we actually come in and get an entry or not. And we'll see how it plays out. We will see how it plays out. So 5 minute would look like this. But we're gonna try this 1 minute entry, and we'll see how it goes. We will see how it goes. For now, I'm gonna pause it, and I'll get back to you guys. All right, y'all. So we back again. It's 10:39. We can see the price did come up, break this high, but it's just been consolidating. Hasn't started retracing yet. I haven't placed this trade. I've just been looking at it. On the 15-minute, it looks, or on the 5 minute, looks alright. 15-minute looks, just because it's based off of this big wick. On the hour time frame, though, we have this huge wick here. I moved my imbalance below the zone that it's at right now, just because this is pretty much all filled with this wick. There still is imbalance here, but yeah, I don't think that it's gonna come back. I think it may just continue going up from here, take these highs. So with that being said, I think I may just be sitting on my hands for today. Again, it's 10:40 right now, so I would usually just get off here in the next 20 minutes anyways. I'm have some plans today. My brother's graduating, so got to get ready for that, and all the other jazz that's going on. With that being said, I'm pretty sure today is just going to be a no trade day again. 30 still looking like whatever it's going, sweeping these highs now. So swept the highs, swept the lows. Now it's making its move to the top side. So that's cool. Again, there wasn't really a way of predicting this. There wasn't really any trade set up here, nothing like that. So 30 just was kind of its own thing. Um, Again, we'll see what gold does. I don't know if it's going to hit this imbalance that was off of, I think, the yeah, 15 minute. It may hit it, it may not, but we'll see what happens. If anything, price may come back down and trigger this entry, but that will be like later in the day, maybe around 1 o'clock, 10:30. Yeah, something like that. I don't know. We'll end up seeing. Gold's gonna do its thing. We're gonna sit on our hands today because I mean, we're not gonna rush a trade. We're ambush predators. You know what I'm saying, y'all? We sit and wait till the trade comes to us. We're not gonna rush a trade. Um, just to show you guys, I mean, it's a new month, but um, damn, what most profitable day? Damn, hold up, y'all. Ain't no way. Um, but you can see if you rush a trade, it leads to this right here. Right? If you rush a trade, why is my, oh, you get this. Okay, don't rush trades. I took one trade at 15 lots. I lost 500 plus 18, so around 600. 585 plus 18, so around 600. And then I just was trying to get back in. I was revenge trading, and I dropped another 30 lots, pretty much, or 30 contracts. Each trade losing around 375 plus a fee, so around $400 each. So that's what happens when you rush trades. And that one trade right there, um, pretty much took away 3 months or 2 months of trades that I did. So don't rush trades, y'all. Be okay with sitting on your hands. Be okay with being patient, because at the end of the day, that's what's going to make you money. Okay? You got to remember that. Don't do this, y'all. Do not do this, because that shit will mess you up. I had an 80% win rate, and one day came through and fucked up my shit, alright? So, just be patient, alright? Don't be afraid to just sit on your hands. You got to understand that when you're sitting here and when you're starting to feel antsy, and we could be 5-10 minutes in, when you're starting to feel antsy and when you're starting to look at other charts, look for other trades, um, that's when shit gets real, because you want to start forcing trades. You want to be in the markets. The urge to wanting to actually be in a trade, um, and that leads to forcing trades, and that can fuck you up. All right. So the urge to sit and wait and be patient is how you need to do it. You need to change your mind. You need to make it. You need to really realize that we're not here hunting. We're hunting, yes, but we're not here walking out and stalking our prey and chasing it. That's not what we're doing here. We don't chase the markets, right? We need to just sit down. We need to know what we're looking for. We need to be like a Black Panther, a Jaguar or something, sit in a tree and wait. We find a good strategy, we find a good walkway, and we sit and we wait for something to come to us. And then we jump on it when it's there. And if it gets away and runs away, we don't chase it. We just climb back up in the tree and wait for the next prey to come down. That's how you need to start approaching the market. You know, here's my thought process behind this. Think about this. Even though last month was my most traded month, I had 2 months, two trades here, which were only $30. This trade here, I actually had lost, but then chased it, which started the next two trades, which weren't good. All right, with that being said, look at the previous month. I took three trades, each of them were winners. And I had to go 1, 2, almost 3 weeks without taking a trade because I was just waiting for an opportunity to present itself. But at the end of the day, I came out profitable. At the end of the month, I was up $533 with three trades. You got to realize that patience is key, right? In the previous month, I started here, so I waited, or on the 13th or something. So I waited almost a week and a half to get a trade, but I won, right? Even though it was only $100. And that's the thing. You got to think about this. Yes, it's only $100 for the month. I'm on a 50K account. Imagine me still waiting and being this patient, except now I'm on a $500,000 account. Right now, this $100 turned into 1,000. Right, waiting here. Now this $533 account turned into 5,300, and I'm still taking the same trades. You know, and then the time that I go in and I start rushing, you can see what happens. I ended the month off with negative 380. It could have been more. I ended up winning this trade because it was a trade that presented itself. Now think about this. Let's say I sat on my hands and was patient. I would have not taken this. I would have not taken this. This I would have lost $100 because that's that. After I lost $100 for the day, I got back in, which I didn't need to do. So let's do the math. Let's see. Oh, that's the camera. This trade and this trade I'm going to count out because those trades were not good either. So we got 309 minus 121 minus this one was 97. We won't count this. We won't count this plus 352. I would have ended the month $443 positive. I would end in the month $400 positive. So I would have a positive $500 month, positive $100 month, and then a positive $400 month. And that's if I would have just been patient, because I was sitting here trying to chase and I wasn't okay with taking a loss. Right? I took a loss here, I was okay with it. But then I took another loss and I didn't want to get back into that losing streak. But that's what I need to realize, that losses are part of the game. Losses are part of the game, and it's okay to take a loss and to learn how to just accept that. Again, an ambush predator is not always going to get the attack. If we're laying right underneath the water and we're waiting for an animal to come in to the watering hole, you've seen times when, again, I'm probably gonna alligators or crocodiles, I don't know exactly which one, but they go and they try to attack, and their prey gets away. They don't chase the prey. Maybe they chase it a little bit, but like you don't see a full-on chase happen. They just get back in the water and wait again for another setup. And that's exactly how we need to act, you know, in changing our mindset, because we're not here trying to chase the market. We're not here trying to pretty much just chase the market. We need to come to it slow. This week I was down 989 for this week. I dug myself a hole. Because I was chasing trades. After this one trade here, I could have stopped. Right, we had a $600 loss, 585 minus 18 because of fees. I had a $600 loss. And then because I calculated my shit wrong. That's exactly what happened. I calculated it wrong. And I was like, all right, well, let me double check. Put in one contract, 1 point. I lost $10, and that's when I realized, okay, so it's not $1 a point, it's $10 a point. And then after that, I could have stopped. I could have just ended. That's it. I could have just let that go. But instead, I decided to get back in, full porting 15 contracts because I was chasing, because I didn't want to end in a loss. That's what I needed to chill. Because think about it. If I stopped there at 600, I would have had possibly a break even month instead of a negative $380 month. Look, all I'm saying, y'all, is don't chase the markets. Be patient. Wait for your setup. Right? Look what it's doing now. I don't even know if we would even enter this in if it decides to come back down. It's already almost 11 o'clock. It's 10:50 right now. 15-minute looks alright. The 5-minute looks alright. The hour looks kind of like shit. That's why it's an iffy trade setup anyways. We did get to fill this imbalance, but again, it may just continue going down. We'll see. But if it decides to shoot down, I may just take a swing at this. I'm probably only going to, if I do, I'm probably only going to risk 0.25%, not even half, just because of how the hour looks. Hour doesn't really look that great. 15-minute kind of hour looks like ass. So honestly, I'm probably just going to jump off for today. I'm going to let it play out how it plays out. And we'll go from there. If I decide to jump on later on, then I do. If I don't, then I don't. It is Tuesday, though, and we still got the rest of this week. We still got the rest of this week. So, you know, it is what it is. And the week goes on. So we're going to sit here and we're going to wait for a good trade setup, and that's that. I got some courses that I need to watch, some videos, some education that my mentor put out that I needed to watch. And he's going to be going over sweep trades. So, stuff like this. I guess this isn't really a good sweep. Maybe on 30. That's a good example. We had this sweep here, but it wasn't even like a full sweep, to be honest. Because he usually gets in off of the engulfing, I think, or something like that. I'm not gonna, yeah, I don't even know, to be honest with you guys. With that being said, I think it would have been this entry here or something. Stop at this low. Maybe something like that. I don't take sweeps, that's the thing. I mean, if we look at my, and I don't even think I have my trades journaled. I have my trades journaled. See, like this, I didn't even need to take that. That's crazy. I have my trades journaled. I can, I'll go back and look real quick here. Let me see. Okay, real quick, I pulled up my journal. I did mark out where I am now. Fat L, that was a fat L that I took, and this was the last trade that I took, but let's see real quick. So we can see that this trade on the 5-minute was the sweep and then the immediate break for me to get in. Let's see. This one was a previous day. We had a sweep over here, a break for me to get in. Let's see, this is a W as well. This one, there was a sweep and then a break for price to come in, enter in for a buy. Let's see. Let's see, here we didn't get a full break. I think this one closed at break even, if I'm not mistaken. But we did get a sweep of this high, came down into this zone. I was expecting to sell into this area here. And so this one was kind of iffy. Let's see, after that, let's see this one. We have a big wick here on the higher time frame. So this one was also iffy. This was based off the 1 minute, but we had a sweep and then a break for me to enter in. So there's that. Let's see this one. This one, there's still a lot of liquidity down here, but we had price pretty much form imbalance. There wasn't a sweep, so this trade was still kind of iffy. Imbalance, price moved up, entered in here for it to come back. I think this one took me at a break even, because I think I took profit right here. So then I took my first L, and this one was a rush trade, right? Look, nothing but wicks here. I mean, there was this continuation towards the top side, but I was buying into a higher time frame zone. We can see price came in. This one almost hit my break even. Uh, I think I have this on video possibly, but ended up turning around hitting our stop. Again, there wasn't really any good, and I mean, it wasn't really good any price action here on the higher time frame. That was the higher time frame, right? No, that's the lower time frame. Let me see. Yeah, here's a higher time frame point of interest. Just nothing but wicks here. So not really good area there. Then we have, that's when I started going iffy, right? Because I took an L here. Then a week later I took this L. But then went, took a W. Took a W, but a super small scalp on 15 contracts. Made like 20 bucks because I was trading off of my emotions. I knew I shouldn't have done that. This W right here that I took, start of me over leveraging, right? This was when I started over leveraging. Lost my 30 trade and it was sitting at around negative 90 bucks. Then I put a 15 contract trade in with gold and profited around $300. I was gambling. I was gambling. I put in a 15 contract trade with gold, 300 bucks. I gambled that hoe. I came on top, but I knew that shit wasn't good for the mental, and we can see exactly what happened. Next trade gambled again, and I knew I was gambling. 15 contracts, no stop, 20 bucks, because I fucking got out of there quick. I said, nah, I shouldn't do this. And again, my emotions took over, and what did I do here? Ended up deleting my markup. Yes, I did. I got rid of it, but definitely over leveraged, right? Um, I over leveraged the first time by accident because I assumed it was less, and well, after taking that fat L, I didn't want to lose. I didn't want to lose, so I got back in. I started chasing. Bit me in the ass. Lost over 1,300 for the day. Will not do again, and that's something that I'm going to remember because I asked my mentor, man, how do you deal with being impatient? How do you deal with that? And he said, well, look at your results. That's how you deal with it. So anytime I feel like like being impatient, anytime I feel like rushing a trade, this is what I remember here. This is what I remember. This fat fucking L is what I remember. Because I broke my fucking rules and jumped in because I was impatient. And that's something that you need to remember. You're where you are right now because of you. That's it. At the end of the day, you are where you are right now because of you. Okay? You got to take fucking accountability. That's it. It's no one else's fault. I know shit may be against you, but at the end of the day, like I got a homeboy, and he's probably gonna watch this, and this is something that he needs to realize as well. But like, he says he's where he's at now because of other people in his life, and I'm just like, bro. At the end of the day, I understand that shit was fucking hard, and shit was against him. It was, but he crumbled under the pressure, and now he regrets where he's at now. And I'm just like, bro, okay, well, right here in this moment, because I mean, your past is your past. Right here in this moment now, stop fucking paying attention to the past, what fucking happened, and start fucking fixing it now. Because still, right now in this moment, you're where you are now because of your past actions, and your future is going to be where you are because of what you do now today, right? What you're doing now today is going to definitely affect your future, of course. So stop living in the fucking past and fix it. That's it. That's it. If I keep on living in the past and I'm scared to take losses and I don't accept it, I'm going to keep on doing this. If I'm going to over leverage or if I'm going to want to chase the market, it leads to losses, right? And that's what happened with my first account. I got funded 50K, and as soon as I got funded 50K, I was on a winning streak. I took a loss. I didn't lower my risk. I was gambling. I increased more. I took another loss, and I was down. And I lost half of my 50K funded account in 1 week. And after that, I stopped trading for a little bit. I took a little break. I was still marking up charts. I was still in the chats. I just was only risking a quarter of a percent every trade. On 50K, I was risking $50 a trade. And here, look, all right, look.
This is after I lost. This was after I lost half of my account. I got rid of my win-loss rate. I was less than 10% win rate. Look, win, loss, 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 break even, loss, loss, break even, loss, win, loss, loss. But my wins were minuscule. 1R. My first win was good, but then just look, loss, 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 break even, break even, break even, loss. Then we got one good win, 5R, break even, loss, win, and then just I'm chasing that shit. There's no break. No break here, and I got in. And I blew my account. Account blown. My last trade. And this is when I started realizing, okay, look, 5 minutes, cool. There was a sweep and then a break, yes, but I was going against the trend. The price was overall bullish. Excuse me. Thanks, Mom. But yeah, price was overall bullish. Swept the highs, broke the lows. It's what we look for, but I was going against the trend. Let's see this one. I'm trading internal. If this is the external area, and we can see price respected this to a point. The next day, I was trading also inside of, not my trading times. We have a sweep, we have price come down, break this low, but I was, you know, I was being dumb. Looking at these, I'm just like, bruh, I don't even know. I don't even know with that one. I don't even have anything else. Let's see. Yeah. All I'm saying, y'all, is be patient. Be patient. Okay, y'all? Be patient. Understand that, look, I know people are going through shit, alright? I know there's a lot of shit that people are fucking going through, okay? Like, I've been through the fucking shit, too. You ain't in this alone. It may seem like you're in this alone, but you gotta realize that everyone does the same shit, alright? Everyone goes through the same shit, and at the end of the day, it's how you fucking handle it, is what gets you through. That's it. At the end of the day, it's how you fucking handle it. Alright? So, besides this fucking drop, I mean, it is what it is, y'all. We're on to a new month. Last month happened, and what are we gonna do? We're gonna fucking learn from our mistakes. It's okay. Even if this month is like this, where I don't take a trade for 1, 2, 3 weeks, then I don't take a trade for 3 weeks. I'm not gonna sit there and rush. I'm not gonna sit there and rush it. I've had this account for 3 weeks. Not 3 weeks. What the hell? 3 months. So I paid $50 a month to fucking do this. And as soon as I rush, it bites me in the ass. Because right now I'm at 5,200. Before I was at 41 or 40. I mean, sorry. Before I was at 50,000 or 52,000 and some change. And right now I'd have been at 52,000 plus another 300. So almost at 52.5. So I'd have been about 500 from passing. But I fucked up. And I came to terms with that. And that's all right. Because now I know I'm not going to sit here. I'm not going to rush a trade. I'm just going to fucking let it go. learn from my mistakes, get back under the water, be still, and wait for another fucking prey to come. Wait for another gazelle, wait for another zebra, I don't fucking know, to come to the water's edge so I can fucking attack that when I get the chance. It's the same with jaguar. I'm gonna climb back up in my fucking tree and I'm just gonna wait for another animal to come down the road. You can come back from shits like this, alright? Because part of me was thinking, fuck it, let me just restart this account. I'll be at 50,000. But on a live account, you can't just fucking restart. You can't. That's why I didn't. That's why I came back. That's why I'm still trading this. You know? I'm only taking 0.5% to 0.25% because I'm not going to risk 1% anymore. At least right now. So, alright, y'all. With that being said, it's already 11 something, question mark? 11:08. I've talked for a little bit now. Um, I hope you guys learned something from this. I know I didn't take a trade. I know a lot of my videos I don't take trades, but I mean, that's trading. For me at least, it may be different for other people. Other people have different strategies, you know? But um, yeah, that's for me. I haven't took a trade today. I'm probably, we'll see if I take a trade tomorrow. We'll see if I take a trade this week. I hope so, because of course I want to make money, but I'm not gonna force that shit. So that's part of trading. Um, with that being said, again, I appreciate you guys for jumping in and watching these videos. At the end of the day, really, I know I don't have a lot of viewers right now or anything like that, but if anyone can learn anything from the videos, it would be nice, you know. Um, I'm also doing these videos to track my own progress, right? Because in the future, I can go back on YouTube and look at these videos and look how I acted, looked at how life was back here, and yeah, I mean, again, I make these videos to show you that a fucking average person can make it, and I'm going to prove to you guys, I'm going to prove to you guys that an average person can fucking make it. Point blank, period. That's it. Um, you can fucking do it, just don't give up. You can do it, just don't fucking give up. Please don't. Look, I've been at this for close to 5 years, and I've passed an account, I've made some money. I just haven't been consistent. My emotions will get a hold of me, and that's the thing that bites me in the ass. And at the time, I didn't realize that, but now that I know that that's a problem, when I start feeling and when that feeling arises, I can fucking shut that shit down. For the past 3 4 years, I was thinking it was a strategy. I gotta learn the strategy. It's not me, it's the strategy. No, it's me, bro. It's all me. I am where I am now because of me. So, um, yeah, with that being said, I'm gonna end the video. Again, I appreciate you guys for joining. I'll be back on tomorrow. We'll see if we catch anything. If not, I'm still just gonna be posting videos of me not taking trades, sitting on my hands and shit. So, I hope you guys enjoy those. Um, if you watch this video all the way through, like I appreciate you. If not, and you skip the end and you're watching this now, then you didn't miss shit, to be honest. I was talking earlier about some mindsets, so maybe missed a little bit about that. But other than that, y'all, that's it. I appreciate y'all joining in, and peace.